Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, the final episode of Just for Today, January 31st. Not to worry, those of you who are enjoying this connection time, I will be starting reading the Science of Mind textbook in 1 year. I will start that tomorrow. But for the moment, we're closing out Just for Today. It will be available to you on our YouTube channel, so feel free to explore that option along with all of the other live streams that we've done throughout the years. So I'm closing it out with the reading for Just for Today, a daily reader for folks in recovery. And I think it's a perfect ending and a perfect beginning all at the same time. So here's what it offers us. We're in recovery now. Now that could be easily restated as we're on a spiritual journey now. All right. Through living the program, Spiritual Principles, we've attained some stability in our lives. Our faith in a higher power, a God of our understanding, has grown. Our individual spiritual awakening is progressing comfortably. Now what? Do we simply sit still and enjoy? Of course not. We find a way to be of service. We tend to think of service only in terms of committee service or holding a position at some level, but service goes far beyond this understanding. In fact, we can find opportunities to be of service in nearly every area of our lives. Our jobs are a form of service to our communities, no matter what our occupation. The work we do in our homes serves our families. Perhaps we do volunteer work in our communities. What a difference our service efforts make. If we doubt this, we can just imagine what the world would be like if no one bothered to be of service to others. Our work serves humanity. The message we carry goes beyond the rooms of recovery or our spiritual centers or wherever we are, affecting everything we do. Just for today, I will look for opportunities to be of service in everything I do. So those of you who just joined in the reading from today's Just for Today, and I'll reread it before we go into our meditation, is focused on service. And what I will share with you from a very personal level is that service is the most amazing thing that I think I've ever experienced. Because when I am aware that everything that I'm doing is of service, how I show up to do everything I do changes. It's a beautiful connection of the human and the spiritual. When we show up to serve one another from spiritual principle, we connect with one another in very different ways. And so I invite you to consider more than changing what you do, to focus as we move from this just a day that marks a calendar event, really. We're moving from 2025 to 2026, and what does that really mean? I don't think it really means a whole lot. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. That's just what we name the days. This is what we do with a calendar that we have. But what gives it meaning is our perspective on it and our belief about it. And I think it's healthy, at least I have experienced it, to be profound and healthy, to allow a part of my experience to close and open myself up to a new experience as one year ends and another one begins. And so perhaps as we close out 2025 and move into 2026, allow yourself to do everything in life from a perspective of service. It changes us. It changes us from being the self-centered human that we are capable of being, to being community focused, to being continuity focused, to being more in integrity as an integral part of one whole thing. So that's the invitation. I'm going to read our reading one more time and take us into our time of meditation and contemplation. Being of service, December 31st. We're in recovery now, on a spiritual journey now. We're living the program by spiritual principle, living by spiritual principle. We've attained some stability in our lives. Our faith in a higher power, the God of our understanding, has grown. Our individual spiritual awakening is progressing comfortably. Now what? Do we simply sit still and enjoy? Of course not. We find a way to be of service. We tend to think of service only in terms of committee service or holding a position at some level, but service goes far beyond this understanding. In fact, we find opportunities to be of service in nearly every area of our lives. Our jobs are a form of service to our communities, no matter what our occupation. The work we do in our homes serves our families. Perhaps we do volunteer work in our communities. What a difference our service efforts make. If we doubt this, we can just imagine what the world would be like if no one bothered to be of service to others. Our work serves humanity. The message we carry goes beyond the rooms of recovery, or our churches, or our spiritual centers, or our classrooms, or our boardrooms, affecting everything we do. Just for today, I will look for opportunities to be of service in everything I do. So we're going to take that into our time of meditation and contemplation. And so I lean into this moment, this delicious breath of life that is breathing me. I smile at the input, the request, and I honor being of service by saying 6-7 for all of those young people that serves. What a joy it is to recognize the wholeness, the completeness, that we are all one. One heart, one breath, one mind, one body, many cells, one house, many rooms, one life expressed in multiplicity, one love everywhere present. By whatever name we call it, it is all there is. It is that wholeness, that completeness, that power. It is the source, the substance of all creation. It is the quantum field. It is God. It is Buddha. It is Allah. It is unnameable. It is infinite. It is everywhere present. Present in my physical being, present in the technology, present in Sweet Taz and his cough. It's in everything. And recognizing it in everything, I recognize that this one is always in service to itself, always giving to itself, creating out of itself, infusing itself, expressing itself in, through, and as every single form of creation. The seen and the unseen, all of it, all of us, all of it, all of everything is an example of life serving life, love serving love, creation serving, giving of itself to itself as itself. And I am that in form. And what is true of me is true of all creation. And so I claim and affirm a recognition, an embrace, an embodiment, a commitment to be of service just as life is of service to me. To give with every breath. To live in that attitude, in that mentality, in the awareness at every step, every breath, every thought, every action, every inaction is of service in some way, shape, or form, is in service to all of creation. And so I claim and affirm that we are each uplifted and aware within our divine selves to serve in ways that uplift, that serve in ways that expand connection, to serve in ways that are based in spiritual principle, to give of ourselves, knowing that we are giving of ourselves, to every expression of ourselves that God is giving to God as us, that life is giving to life as us. To give in the spirit and consciousness of connection with every breath. To simply live a life of give. And I am grateful. I'm grateful for that activity of law that always gives exactly what I give it. That always gives to each exactly what we give it. That gives the mirror of my thoughts and my beliefs. That gives clarity through experience. That gives immediate, unbiased yes to every prayer breathed into it. That activity of law that responds the same to everybody, no matter who they are, where they are, what they are. It simply says yes. It simply gives exactly what it is given back to the giver. And I am grateful. Grateful as I am aware that this calendar year is closing out over the next hours. Grateful for all of the learning and grateful for all of the new beginnings. Grateful for all of the growth. Grateful for all of the expansion. Grateful for every messy moment of life expressing itself. Grateful. And so knowing that the word spoken is the word complete, having experienced it, I let go. I let go of wanting and wishing. I let go of doubting. I let go of fear. I let go of the lie that the human me has to make things happen. And in its place, I allow Spirit to guide my giving, my serving, to manifest more of itself. I let go of all sense of separation and choose this day to see every interaction, everything as part of me and me as part of them. One whole body, no separation. And as I let go of all of that, I allow life to be of service to me and myself to be of greater service to life. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.